MLB The Show is your home for postseason baseball. It's Game 2 of the NLDS between the San Diego Padres and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Yeah, this is just a 5-game series, so getting that first win under you is great. The most important game of a series, though, is the next one you're about to play. So treating this game like it's absolutely critical is a good way not to get too comfortable with your lead.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. Clayton Kershaw will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Now at the plate is Tommy Pham. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The left fielder, Tommy Pham.
Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
First pitch, 7-0-7.
The windup and the 0-1. Seared down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
And another foul ball. Here's another 0-2. Hit on the ground to third. Reined in. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The center fielder, number 2, Trent Grisham.
Next to dig in, Trent Grisham. First offering on its way. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Ball 1. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like, hey, if you're going to give me that inside quarter, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
And Kershaw can't find the target there as he's run it as far as it can go now. It's 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
That's what you call clipping the outside corner. Great movement on that slider, and it completely locked up the hitter. Didn't fool the umpire, though.
And in steps Manny Machado. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. His lifetime numbers against Kershaw, he has an even 10 hits in 29 at-bats. 2 of those hits were for home runs. The 1-0 home.
Yeah, This is one of my biggest pet peeves in the game, when guys get count leverage and take fastballs. It's a game of fastballs. You calibrate everything off the heater. Surprising take right there.
Fouled away. Just underway here in Southern California. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Padres down in order. It's the Padres nothing, Dodgers coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Dinelson Lamet is on the mound for game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, if a slider is your thing, you found your guy here in Dinelson Lamet. Might have the best slider from the right side in all of baseball. It's a hard breaking ball. It breaks across and down. By the way, he throws 95 to 96 miles an hour to go along with it. If he has both the hard slider and that good fastball, they're going to have a difficult time scoring any runs off this guy.
No balls and a strike to count. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Made him look silly with that one.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. A bouncer up the middle. Fielded cleanly, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Batting second, no left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Now 1 down with the bases empty, and up next the exciting left-handed bat of Andrew Benintendi. First offering. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third.
And so with 2 away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series. Stepping up is Mookie Betts. Lifetime against this pitcher. He's a .375 hitter. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. First pitch of the AB now. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike.
That's a tough pitch for a batter. If you're not expecting it, you'll end up with half a bat after you swing.
Good hard slider at 88. It's 1-2 now. Popped him up. Hosmer has a play. And he's got it for the final out of the frame. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Second inning set to go, and up steps the big bat of Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
First offering on its way. And a ball 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Here's Will Myers as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. A ball and a strike.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
One out, nobody on. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up drifting into shallow right field. Fletcher ranges back and he has it for out number 2. Here's Jurickson Profar. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Now here's the first offering. No score here as we play inning number 2. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball. A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Hit in the air down the right field line. Here's another 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Last half of the second set to go, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Cody Bellinger.
The center fielder, Cody.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
That's a dangerous pitch right there. Down and in slider for a called strike. He misses a little bit out over the heart of the plate, and that ball might not come back.
Swing and a miss. Good sinking action there. 1-2. Swing, and he launches this one to deep left field. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
Talk about starting off the inning with a bang. Goodness, when this thing left the bat, I thought it was out of here. And I think he might have too. Only made it to the warning track, but he glides into second base with a leadoff double.
Here now is Will Smith. A ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0. And it's fouled away. 1-2 as he chases the slider.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the big part of the field, you were on that fastball middle away. That slider looked like a heater for about 56 feet 6 inches.
The 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full. Max Muncy will be next. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3 and 2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or two, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
Here's the first pitch to him. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang.
Well, this home crowd didn't like this guy on the mound before, but now they really don't like him. He's gotten the faithful all worked up by hitting one of their best hitters early on in this game, and you can bet he's really going to hear it if he comes around to score.
Digging in will be Edwin Rios. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Bellinger on second. Muncy at first. One gone. Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field and deep. Back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field, and the Dodgers have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, there's an old saying that the harder you throw, the farther it goes. How about this? Good fastball, and this ball is absolutely tattooed. See you later.
At the plate now, Chris Taylor. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Now the 2-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike one.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
The 2-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
He's been getting lit up all game, and there's a common denominator. He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that last one.
The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Into the box, Clayton Kershaw. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. Now the 1-0. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. But the Dodgers strike for 3, all courtesy of the 3-run home run. We've played 2. It's now 3-0 Los Angeles. The first baseman Eric Hosmer is in. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Now here's the pitch. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
The 1-1. Popped him up. Fletcher is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
That'll bring up Austin Nola, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2 and 2 now. Padres still with the big goose egg in the hit column thus far. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3 and 2.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
3-2 pitch. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. Payoff pitch one more time. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Benintendi will wait on it, and he's got it for out number 2. So stepping in is Dinelson Lamet. Here's the first pitch. As Kershaw will get the upper hand here with strike 1. Sharp ground ball to third. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. But they'll still manage to get the out on the force, and with that fine play, the inning comes to an end. Padres down in order. They trail it here 3-0. Bottom of the third now, and that'll bring in the second baseman, David Fletcher.
I'm interested to see how focused their ABs will be playing with this lead. I think this needs to be a little bit of a smell blood inning. Keep the fire rolling. I know it's early, but keep the pressure going. Swinging the bat's nice. You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Bounce to first. Fielded cleanly by Hosmer, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So 1 down, no one aboard, and with it brings the left-handed swinging Andrew Benintendi. First pitch on its way. And that misses, ball 1. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Too high, and it's 3-0. Mookie Betts is on deck. Three and 1 to the Dodgers left fielder.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
The 3-1. Now a swing and a fly ball. Hosmer trying to get there, and this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Now batting, right fielder, Mookie.
Digging in next, Mookie Betts. First pitch on the way. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they lead it 3-0.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Tommy.
Now here it comes. Fouled off. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Into the windup and the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Now Kershaw delivers a 2-2. Hit on the ground toward the left. Scooped up, and a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. And to hit will be Trent Grisham. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. No runs, no hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Padres. 2 balls and no strikes to the Padres center fielder.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Three and 0 now.
3-ball count right now. This looks like the best chance of getting a base runner on so far.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
So one gone in the inning here with a runner at first, and that'll bring in Manny Machado. From the belt, the pitch, using the slide step to try to control the running game.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Machado now on 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Grisham, base runner at first with one out. And he buys himself another pitch as this is fouled away to keep it at 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
You know, that almost works like a pitch out there. Maybe you get the guy to chase out of the zone, but at the very least, it gives the catcher something good to throw if the man on first is on the move.
Here comes the 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That was aggressive pitching in that at-bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Two out with the man at first. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Taken, strike 2. The 1-2 misses for the second ball.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
Oh, and he gets a fastball up in the zone, and he hammers it out to deep left field. And this baby is gone. A home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. And the Friars are back within a run at 3-2 now.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
So here's Will Myers. As he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the 1-0. Squared that one up just a little late. Now the 1-1 pitch is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike.
Of course, there was a fastball.
The 2-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
3-2 pitch. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw on to Muncy, gets him, and with that, they'll end the inning. The Padres get a couple of runs in the inning on the 2-run home run. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Friars 2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring forward Cody Bellinger.
The center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
Needed to lay off that pitch upstairs, but it's 1-1.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
The 2-1 home. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
In now, Will Smith. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Now the 2-1. Ball even at 2-2.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Will Smith goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half.
Muncy.
And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncy. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. One and one to the Dodgers first baseman. We're in the fourth. 3-2 is our score. Lifted the other way out to left center. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. Dodgers down in order. They're up 3-2. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And he told me he'd like to see a lot more aggressiveness in their at-bats the rest of the game. Too much of the time they're finding themselves in disadvantage counts like 0-2 and 1-2, and that's basically never a formula for success. He said they're getting a lot of strikes to swing at, so the emphasis the rest of the game has to be to jump on those strikes early in the at-bat.
All right, thanks, Heidi. All set for the start of the inning, and Jurickson Profar will be the next to bat. As Kershaw will get the upper hand here with strike one. And there's ball one.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
The 1-1 home.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first two pitches, anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Count even at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. On deck, there's Eric Hosmer. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike three called. One away.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a two-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Eric Hosmer to the plate now.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
He's got it. Throw on to first to take care of him, and Kershaw is in control now. 2 away.
Up next.
2 down, no one on base. And that brings up Austin Nola. First delivery to him.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Behind 0-2 now.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
Ripped down the first base line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Still a 3-2 ball game. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and that brings in Edwin Rios.
He turned around that fastball and drove it out of the park in his previous at-bat, so there's got to be a good chance they mix it up right here on him and try and go off speed.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And it's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now.
2 strikes.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it, so that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
At the plate, Chris Taylor, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he misses with it. 1-1. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. The 2-1 is a fastball that misses. Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
The pitcher, number 22.
Next to hit, Clayton Kershaw, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Wanting to avoid the double play here as he gets this one down. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. So here is David Fletcher. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
One and one to the Dodgers leadoff man.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
3 runs, just 2 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. And that misses. 2-1. Hit back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one of the defenders, but that ball was hit just out of his reach, right up the middle, base hit, and another run batted in.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 1-1 is strike 2 swinging.
1 and 2.
Fletcher, the runner at first with 2 gone. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. A run, a hit, and a man left. Jake Cronenworth will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th. Here's the first pitch. As he'll swing and send a chopper out to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting.
Now it'll be Tommy Pham. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Here's the first pitch to him. We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. This one's flared out toward left. Benintendi coming up, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
The center fielder, number 2, Trent Grisham.
So now to the plate, Trent Grisham. As he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. Kershaw will slide one over to first, and the runner back safely. Now the 1-0.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Manny Machado, who represents the possible go-ahead run here, waits in the on-deck circle. Runner at first here, one man out. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Fouled away. The 3-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play.
Man, the batter's eyes lit up right there. A hanger just a little bit out in front. Couldn't keep it fair.
Grounder down the line at third. There's one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. So it's a runner at first with two men out. And standing in now, the always dangerous third baseman, Manny Machado. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Runner on first with two away. Runners off for second. That's a strike to throw down. Is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with two outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
And it's fouled away. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Still 1-2. From the stretch. Still a ball and two strikes. Here he comes again, 1-2. Got him swinging. Made him chase outside the zone that time, and that puts an end to the inning. One left for San Diego. They trail it here 4-2. Joe Musgrove enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the sixth. So that'll bring in Mookie Betts. Lifetime numbers against Joe Musgrove. He's just 1 for 13.
Mookie Betts.
Here's the first pitch.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher stuff.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. The 1-2 pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. Myers on the move. Around first, digging for two. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
When you play in this park where the fences are shorter, this is going to happen more often than any other ballparks.
So here's Cody Bellinger as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Betts stands at second with no outs. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
The
Runner
catcher.
at second, 1 away, and that brings up Will Smith. First pitch on its way. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Skied into straightaway right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? Next up is Max Muncy. Lifetime numbers against Joe Musgrove. He carries a .421 batting average. He's taken him deep once. 4-1. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
2-0, here it is. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Three and 1. Edwin Rios would be next. The 3-1. Swing and a shot toward right center. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Third baseman.
So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Edwin Rios will stride in one more time as we flash you back to earlier. This was a big blow right here as he leaves the yard with plenty to spare. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. And he fouls this one off. 2 out here and a runner at second. Drilled down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. From the belt, the pitch to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. 4, 5, and 6 coming up to start the 7th. It's now 5-2 LA. Fernando Tatis Jr. stands in again, and his home run earlier has accounted for all of their runs so far in this one. First pitch of the AB now. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Wind up and the 0-1. Hit hard up the middle. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Next to hit is Will Myers. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now.
Hey, you know, Matty V, this is all you can ask for as a manager in today's game in baseball. Very rarely do we see guys get through the 7th inning. So he's through the 6th here with 1 out, and Mark DeRosa, so far so good, a pretty decent outing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be batter to batter here for the manager if he's going to continue to ride this hot hand or if he's going to go to the bullpen.
The relay. But he is in there with a triple.
The second this thing got past the outfielder, you knew it was at least a double, possibly a triple, but he turns on the afterburners and is safely into third.
Jurickson Profar digs in next. Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Looking up is Benintendi. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A 2-run home run for Jurickson Profar. As they pull within 1 here, it's now a 5-4 game.
Ah, man, that swing right there, Dan, that had to feel good. You're facing an elite starter. You don't know if you're even going to get wood on the baseball today.
You know, and that'll rattle you a little bit. This guy's been throwing the ball great, one of the top pitchers in the game. He's not used to guys barreling him up and hitting him in the seats.
Into the box now, Eric Hosmer. He'll take a look at the strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
You could tell by the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there, and I expect him to catch something clean.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Eric Hosmer is the second out in the 7th inning. 2 outs now in the San Diego 7th, and that brings up Austin Nola. First delivery to him. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
Now the 1-1 pitch. It's the outside corner for the second strike. It's a 2-2 count to the Padres catcher. Set to deal on 2-2.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obvious.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And what an effort on the running play to end the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Padres 4. Striding in is Chris Taylor.
Leading up for the Dodgers, the shortstop, Chris
Ready with the
Taylor.
first pitch. Here it comes. Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw. The 0-1 delivery. Heading out towards shallow right. Myers is in a few steps as he takes it for the first down. A.J. Pollock will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. Now here's the first offering as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0.
Bobby Cox always used to say, I'm going to put you in positions to be successful. Well, against a modern-day bullpen, easier said than done. These guys are throwing flames from all arm angles.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball,
Now
a
back,
high piece of
second
cheese,
baseman,
swung at and missed.
JJ.
That pitch looks so inviting to
Fletcher.
hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
At the plate now, David Fletcher. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Now the 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out.
Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi. And he puts it on the ground to second. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So they can't make anything out of the 2-out double. Back with more postseason baseball in Game 2 after this. Tommy Kahnle has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Matt Joyce will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Matt Joyce.
First pitch on the way. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Joyce is retired, and there's one away.
You know, professional catchers make those plays look easy most of the time, but that was a big play that shouldn't go unnoticed. Had he found a way on, he would have represented a tying run, so that was a nice job there to make sure that strikeout didn't get wasted.
Into the box, Tommy Pham. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike. Full count, 3-2. One out, nobody on. And it's another K. So back-to-back strikeout victims to start this relief outing.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Standing in now, Trent Grisham, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. One and one. 2 out, nobody on. Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. Padres down in order. Still down a run. It's 5-4. Austin Adams is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Here's Mookie Betts. He'll lead it off for the boys in blue here in the 8th at Dodger Stadium. And now the first pitch. As he tries to go out and get the slider, but it's not there. It's strike one. Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. The windup and the 0-1.
1-1.
Adams is a guy known for his lights-out stuff. He tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty V, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit and miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls. And that can cause a pitching coach and a manager to really start to pull their hair out.
Reined in. And an offline throw, but boy, look at him stretch out and keep the foot on the bag. Great concentration there for the first out.
Seventh fielder.
Cody Bellinger at the plate now. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. Now here's the first offering. There's a good breaking ball as he gets the bottom of the zone.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. Into the windup and the pitch. He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game.
That's the third time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Stepping in now, Will Smith. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
Inside, ball one.
And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
Hey, this could be a huge momentum swing for this team right here. Relief pitcher has come busting through the gates and done his job. Try and get this team back in the dugout where the offense can get rolling.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he's struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. They hold on to a 5-4 lead. Kenley Jansen comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Here's Manny Machado now. He's the one to start things off with his guys in danger of seeing this series leveled at a game apiece, barring a 9th inning rally. Here's the first pitch. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
Now this is why you come to the game right here. I'll tell you what, this is an absolutely great matchup. A couple alpha dogs out there. That probably won't be the last fastball we're going to see.
A ball and a strike now to Machado.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Hit hard up the middle. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. With that, the inning opens with the Padres getting their leadoff man on base.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Career matchup numbers against Kenley Jansen. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Machado gets his lead at first, nobody out. Fouled away.
Man, you don't see this in today's game that much. A guy who's willing to work east-west consistently with a great cutter two-seamer combo.
Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number 1 is stranding him on base. And now with 1 out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
In now, Will Myers, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. In line for the victory is Clayton Kershaw should the lead hold. Myers awaiting the 1-0. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
The 2-0 home. Finds the zone, strike 1.
Hey, this offense has this closer in trouble right here. They have to find a way to keep applying pressure. I don't know, everybody pop step in the dugout. Get on this guy and make him nervous.
He's running. Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
So now into the box is Jurickson Profar. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. He's set and the pitch. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. But this is foul for the first strike. Oh, and 1. Here it comes. And it's fouled away. A sold-out crowd, 56,000 strong at the start, all up in L.A. And he struck him out for out number 3, so that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Well, folks, that's what Kenley Jansen does. When he enters the game, the hopes of the other team, they usually just leave. Slams the door again right here.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim 1-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. This evening's game comes to an end 5-4 the final tally. The Los Angeles Dodgers even up this division series at 1 game apiece. Clayton Kershaw gets the W on the mound. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is our final